Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Afternoon, Ntate Mtungwa.
Afternoon. Actually, are the panelists all here?
I'm trying to assist one. She's saying the link is not opening, so I'm trying to resend on her personal WhatsApp. I'm not sure if she'll be able to log in.
Okay, that's fine, because we also have I think I've seen someone from MTN. I've seen Anik. Anik, good afternoon.
Hi, I'm here to help anyone if they need it.
Okay.
Thank you. And people can just send me a chat or a WhatsApp and I'll try and help them if they're stuck.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Anik. Can you assist with granting moderator rights to Dumisani Mtungwa?
I don't have moderator rights, so someone needs to give them to me first. I don't know who in the
So, okay, where do I go?
You should be, do you see the little, at the bottom screen, there's like a little view toggle. It's got 4 squares.
4 squares.
Yeah. Or can you see me on the screen at all? I'm AV, if that helps you.
Okay. Yeah, the three dots.
Yes, and if you click those 3 dots, you should see one with moderator rights in there, I hope.
No, I can't find it. It's not here.
So can you find me at all?
Yes, I can find you.
Right. Have you seen the top 3 on the right? So if you find my thing at the top 3, you'll see there's like a otherwise I can try and see if someone else can add me from MTN. If that, I can get back to you if you want me to do that, and then I can try and help people. Let me try and do that rather, and then I'll get back to you.
Hello, Anika was logged out. You're saying how can we best do this?
Hi. So I'm just trying to get someone to give me moderator rights, and then maybe someone can help. Then I can help various people because I don't yet.
Hi, Craig.
Hello. How are you doing, Toga?
I'm good. Can you assist the facilitator of this dialogue? She's struggling to log in. I've sent Jeremy her numbers. I'll just let me just write the numbers on the chat room. So you can give her a ring.
Perfect.
It's Honorable Rebecca Diagamela.
Honorable Ntungwa. No, sorry, no, you, you Honorable Ntungwa. Anyway, what's her name? Could you just type that as well, please? Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. I just want to check whether stakeholders are able to speak, or are your microphones muted? Can you just pass your greetings so that we can check whether your microphones are fine?
Hello, Patricia here. Can you hear me?
Yes, very well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon once more. Can you hear
Hello.
me?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Honorable Member.
Thank you.
We're just waiting for the participants to log in the meeting. Okay, good afternoon. Am I still audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, this is just a roll call of the panelist. Ms. Timpo, are you here? Ms. Timpo Molakeng? Okay, let me move on. Miss Valentine Mahlango, are you here? Miss Valentine Mahlango, are you here? Okay, let me move on to Miss Patricia Baloy. Are you here? Am I audible?
I am, thank you.
Okay. Miss Lerato Machaba, are you here?
I am, Chair, thanks.
Okay, so we are missing two participants. We are missing Miss Tipoma Molakeng and Miss Valentine Mahlang. Tuli, Tulakanya, Miss Tulakanya,
Yes,
could you make a follow-up?
Yes, I'm following up.
Okay, thanks so much. Okay,
Okay.
there's a hand. Miss Valentine Mahlang. Miss Timpo, we want to hear your voice. I see on the chat room you've written that you sorted, but we just want to hear your voice to ensure that everything is okay. Can you hear me? Okay, there seem to be challenges there. Enik, I hope you are noting the challenges, Ms. Timpo Molakeng. Ms. Valentine?
Yes, I am. I'm working with my team to see what we can do.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay.
Chair, good afternoon, Chair, once more. We are just panelists to join the meeting.
Okay, it's fine.
Okay. Okay, let me do the roll call again. Good afternoon to those who have joined. I want to establish whether Ms. Dimpo Molakeng, are you here now? Ms. Dimpo Molakeng, it looks like she's still experiencing challenges. Been trying to say that I'm here. Can you hear me? Ms. Valentine Matlang, which is here. Anik or Craig, could you please quickly assist Valentine? I think she is, Miss Valentine, she is experiencing, muting challenges.
Do that.
Hi, Dumisani.
Yes, Trudy.
Dimpo is saying she's muted. It says I'm muted. So I'm not sure whether it's us who muted her or she can unmute herself. If she can hear us, I'm not sure if the MTN people can assist.
Okay, I just spoke to, I think, Michael Craig. They are attending to her. Trudy, there's a request to send the cell phone numbers of the two panelists.
Okay, will do. Who am I sending it to? Or should I write them on the chat? Ne?
Yes, please. Hi, Valentine. Hello. there is a number is trying to contact and she's not getting an answer on that phone. I think it's either Miss Valentine or it's Dimple. Could you please answer your phone such that we are able to respond and try and assist? Thanks very much.
Testing, testing. We're just testing connectivity, just checking that people are able to hear.
We can hear you very well.
Good afternoon once more, the chair as well as the delegates to the dialogue. It is, before I take Ms. Comfort, it is important to note that the icon, the mobile dicer icon on your phone must be on. This is a data-free platform. It will not impact upon your data materially. And another thing is, let's try and avoid in logging in with 2 different devices. Because if we do that, we will get an echo and it will affect the connectivity as well. Let me note a hand. There's a hand. Patricia, you want to speak?
My hand is not up, sorry. Chair,
Yes.
Hello?
is my hand lowered? Because I
Yes,
don't want to speak.
no, I think it is lowered now.
Okay. Then.
Good afternoon, it's Valentine again. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Yes, ne?
Valentine?
Still hear the same thing.
No, we can hear you now.
Nna e mpotsa gore e right, ke makatsa ke lena le sa nkutlwe.
We can hear you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go mute a microphone. Yes, ke unmute. Ke tlositse. Still a ke utlwagale. So ke tlose le
Na re a utlwa. Re a utlwa pila. You are fine. Don't worry, Valentine.
Okay. Dimpo, have we managed to sort out Dimpo, Greg?
Dimpo is about to try connecting across her phone. She was able to hear us, but she couldn't for some reason get her browser to let her talk. So she's trying her phone now. I'm hoping we'll see her in a few moments.
Just want to check if you can hear me, Prince here.
We can hear you.
Okay, thank you.
Is Dimpo here? Dimpo? Moraking?
I'm just trying to get a WhatsApp connection with Dimple so I can try to send her the link. Oh, I think she may just have joined us.
Hi, Dimple, can you hear us?
No matter what you're going through.
Hence, it's advisable stakeholders to have our mics on mute when we are not on the floor. Could we ensure that we mute our mics when we are not on the floor? Chairperson, with respect, we are waiting for Dimple for us to proceed further. We apologize for the inconvenience.
Okay, all right.
Hi, Greg. Could you confirm with Dimple once more? Greg or Enik, could you please confirm with Dimple and update us as to?
Can you send me his details? I don't have them because I can try. What is his phone number? I'm not sure if Craig is dealing with him, but if I can also try if you can send me his details.
Dumisani?
Just forwarded it to you on the chat room. Chair, I'm proposing that we start. Dimple, I note that she is scheduled to do the first topic. What we could do, whilst the guys are trying to assist and get her on the platform, we could start with topic number 2.
Yeah, I also think so because it's 4:30, so 30 minutes is already gone. I also agree with you, Dumisani, that we start with topic.
Yes, Chair, you may.
Yes, good afternoon, everybody. Warm welcome to our panelists and our participants in the
Live streaming is on.
sorry. Oh yeah, it was telling me live streaming is on. But let me welcome everyone into this meeting. It's very important for us to once in a while come to so that we are able to move on with input or information that is most relevant to all of us. So I'm going to introduce myself. I'm Dr. Rebecca Digamela. I am the chairperson of the Portfolio Committee of Health in the Gauteng Legislature. I came in 2019 and I've been doing what is expected of me. So I'm going to also later on ask this, our panelists to also introduce themselves, then we can move on. So maybe before I even go on, the role of the chairperson is designed and planned in the legislature. All the chairpersons are doing similar roles in different fields. So I'm in health. What we do is the responsibility of our legislature to do oversight, to do public participation, to also do lawmaking. And then the main things are those three, plus the fourth one, which is cooperative governance. This is where our access committees or the legislature will be interacting and working together in collaboration with the municipalities, other spheres of government going forward, your Section 79 committees, you know. So over we are allocated to, like I'm doing the overseeing over the Department of Health in Gauteng. So we are not implementers, but we are overseers as chairpersons and members allocated to each committee. Public participation entails that we need to involve our public in what we are doing. We can't just do work without involving them. And lawmaking, we also can propose and come up with a law that is relevant. You know, in life, nothing is stagnant. So we are dynamic. So at some point, we need to do some laws that suit our environment as and when we moving on. So can I also ask our panelists to introduce themselves? I'll start with come and share. So I've got Patricia Baloy. Can I welcome you, Pat, to just tell us what you are doing in your own space? You're welcome, Pat.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Doctor. I'm Patricia Baloy. I am an HOD in the Business Studies Unit at Tshwane North College and based in Mamelodi campus. I've been in the TVET sector for 24 years and I am an implementer of curriculum. Thank you.
Pat, it's like you gone. We didn't hear you, but we heard you when you said you were based in Mamelodi, then you disappeared.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Should I start again?
Yeah, well, we already heard that you are HOD and yeah, but start again once and for all, then we can, yeah.
Okay, thank you, Doctor. Thank you for the opportunity. I am Patricia Baloy. I am an HOD in the Business Studies Unit at Tshwane North College, Mamelodi campus. And I have been in the TVET sector for 24 years. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We look for our children. Thank you very much. Miss Valentine Matabo, you're welcome to introduce yourself and tell us what do you do. Valentine. Okay, if Valentine is struggling, let's move to Helen Machaba. You're welcome, ma'am.
Thanks, Doctor. Thanks so much for inviting me. My name is Lerato Machaba. I'm from Hammanskraal, area called Mandela Village. I'm a community leader and also a brand secretary of the Women's League. And I'm a protocol officer in the city of Tshwane, private office of the executive mayor since 2007. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much, Ms. Machaba. We thank you very much for at least telling us. We're going to learn from you. All of you, you are special. Can I check if Ms. Dimpo Molakeng is in with us now?
Yes, thank you, Doctor.
Okay, you can also share with us what do you do.
Okay, thank you. My name is Dimpo Molakeng, and I'm from Tshwane University of Technology, and I'm a student activist. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dimpo. You're welcome. And we've been waiting for you. We just started with this introduction. For now, I think you will be the first one that will be sharing with us as we will pose a question. We are aware that you can share with us. What do you think, you as Dimpo, about wanton looting and destruction of public property and the impact it has on us as women? We have seen some looting not so long ago. Now I'm welcoming you, Dimpo, to share with us what do you think, how is it affecting us as the population? So take the floor and share with us what you think, you as an activist and you first-hand experience of this, and you as a young woman. What do you think? Can you share with us, Dimpo?
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker, for having to invite me to such an auspicious program on such an important topic.
Dimpo, just a minute. Can I ask all our participants to mute their gadgets, please?
Chairperson is here. Can I make a quick request, please, Chair?
Or is that Misani?
No, it's Mr. Nandonga, Fezile Nandonga.
Oh, okay, sir, you're welcome.
Sorry, Chair. Chair, can I request that when the speakers are making their inputs, that they show their videos, so that for the purpose of recording, we have their videos on as well. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, yeah, I think you are very correct. We forgot that one. Miss Dimpo?
Yes, Doctor. Thank you once more, Madam Speaker. As the topic you have already raised it as wanton looting and destruction of public property and the impact it has on women.
Doctor? Just click on the icon of camera. Click on it to remove that cross. Then it will show you. Maybe let me open mine. Maybe if you see me, but yeah, I see myself on top. So if you click on that one, only those who will be talking can do that, so that we don't overload the system. Often it will be overloaded. So click on you've got the mic followed by something red like a phone.
I did.
You did?
Yes, I did. So I was confirming if you can see me from your side.
I don't see you, but if they see you, it's fine. Me, I was not able to see you.
Okay, can someone please confirm then, Doctor, on behalf, and then we continue.
Okay. Do
We
you
can
see
see
her?
you, Dimpo. Yes.
You are on the screen.
Okay, thanks. Proceed, Dimpo.
Okay, thank you so much, Doctor. Like Doctor has said or presented the topic, it's wanting, looting, destruction of public property, and the impact it has on women. I'm going to present a bit of a background about the challenges and the impact of looting that happened, the ordeal that happened in Gauteng and in KZN July. In the response to the arrest of the former president, the riots triggered wider rioting and looting fueled in high unemployment rate, poverty, and economic equality worsened by the COVID-19 pandemic. Women in South Africa and around the world, that hinders them from accessing the labor force and the employment class. And according to Stats SA, the South African labor market is more favorable of men than it is to women. The actual stats of unemployment rate in South Africa, as amongst women, it stands at 36.8 in the second quarter of 2021, as compared to 32.4% amongst men. And for Black women in particular, it's 41.0%. And during this period, compared to white women, it's 8.2% amongst white women, 22.4%, 29 and 9% durable to the working market. And the impact of looting, it's going to affect and deeply continue to affect women. And as a result of looting is that most of the malls were targeted, and the malls, they remain the center or the epicenter that hires women in their majority. And around malls, we have informal businesses that are attracted by the malls. And if you can check these informal businesses, mostly and in the majority, it's women who partake in these small businesses. And as such, they remain affected by the looting because many women, they had families, and in closure of the shops around the malls, that means not everyone will be able to partake or continue their businesses in the small avenue that they're pursuing their businesses. So it's one bread challenges that with and riot into fuel shortage and medical supply shortage, and who gets affected the most. And the solutions that I might propose, or proposed solutions as a way forward to combat the impact of looting amongst women, it's to address the issue of economy through redistribution of wealth. Because if we can address the issue of economy, it will minimize many social ills, and in particular, it will absorb women to partake in the economy as well. And women must also be considered for key positions in the labor force market, Doctor. And furthermore, what I would like to, as a departing statement, is that you strike a woman, you strike a human. Gone are the days that we should perceive or see women as rocks, because such statements, they will lead women to die in depression, thinking that they are above a human. So in such dose of strength. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dimpo, for sharing with us the key points. So you are also alerting us that a woman is not a rock. Maybe is something we should consider going forward, because we used to think a rock is the pillar, but nowadays it might be meaning something else. So thank you very much for that information, including key positions that women should also occupy. Without any waste of time, we lost a lot of time earlier, but we will try by all means to ensure that you share something that will, I hope our participants are busy writing comments or questions that they will pose to our panelists. We're moving now to Patricia Baloy. If you can also give us input on COVID-19, the vaccination attitude, stigmas, and the perceptions that are there, particularly if they are being posed by women, because we are in the era or in the time of vaccination. Are we vaccinating or are we having second thoughts about it? Let me welcome you, Patricia. Welcome.
Thank you, Doctor. And thank you, colleagues and everyone in this meeting. And as you had introduced the topic, that mine is on COVID-19 vaccination, attitudes, stigmas, and perceptions. First, I would like to acknowledge, Charlotte McCracken, when she said that this work is not for yourself. Kill that spirit of self and do not live above your people, but live within them. And if you rise, bring someone with you. So at the same time, when one looks at this topic, you ask yourself that in terms of the COVID-19, as we rise, who are we bringing along? The first question that I would like to respond to is that my view with regard to COVID-19 vaccine. First, I would like to say vaccine saves lives. And vaccine also prevents illnesses and loss of lives. And at the same time, vaccine has been around for decades. And vaccine also assists family structures. It gives them an opportunity to remain intact. As we all know that during the alpha variant stage, COVID infected a lot of people. And during that period, people were avoided and they were stigmatized. But as it mutated to where it is now, to the Delta variant, the stigma has disappeared. And, we're starting to be empathetic to the people who are affected by COVID-19. And as you know that women are the pillars of communities. Women are the ones that are caregivers within the household. Naturally, we know that women are nurturers. Nurturers in the sense that they supervise and care for the children. And at the same time, with COVID-19, women bear the brunt of the effects of COVID-19. We know that our community caregivers are women, and also the majority of our nurses in the country and teachers are women. So therefore, the need to receive a vaccine and not expose and infect more people as the role that is being played by the women in fulfilling also the household chores. And looking at the third factor, one would say, how would you, the question being asked is that how would you make sure that you increase vaccination within the communities? One would say, where we are operating, I am operating in a TVET sector, which is an environment that has got a lot of students, and also the majority of the lecturers are female. So we need to go about encouraging them in ensuring that they vaccinate. And the challenges that we have, for people refusing to receive COVID-19 vaccine is that we have religious beliefs, also lack of understanding of COVID-19, poor communication. The anti-vaxxers also pose a challenge, as they do have access to more people through the social media and so forth. And also people having fear of the unknown and trusting the vaccine itself. Fear in the sense that, people will say the after effects of vaccination. And some people fear because they have experienced death in their families after people have been vaccinated, but not looking at the bigger picture that the people within their families who might have been vaccinated would be having comorbidities. And also some would fear, the pain caused during the injection. I think it is also critical that, we demystify the size of the needle as we see it, over televisions and so forth, that the needle is displayed as being such a big object and people would not want to experience the pain that would be inflicted by the injection itself. And also some women believe that, after 2 years, they will not be able to conceive. Hence, their refusal to take the vaccine. And also some say they've already had COVID and they thus have developed antibodies. So with these antibodies, they are losing sight of the fact that, the virus is evolving into different variants and to which those antibodies may not even protect them to the type of variant that might have mutated and being experienced at that particular time. And looking at the fourth factor, would the question be posed? So what are the challenges that are being faced by women to access the COVID-19 centers? With the COVID-19 centers, looking at women who are caregivers, being a caregiver, you're working long hours, and by the time you knock off, you may not be having access to the center itself. And also limited times in terms of the vaccine centers closing early, the responsibilities of that women have when they take care of the children, that they do not have time to can be able to go to the centers and vaccinate. And lastly, when looking at the COVID-19 vaccine sites, one would recommend, to that centers should be open for longer hours to afford women who are not able to access those centers within the operating hours so that they can go there and vaccinate. So states nationally support the number of women that have been vaccinated in the country. Already 54% vis-a-vis the 41% of men have been vaccinated in the country. So the long and short of it would mean that more women are being vaccinated than men. Women are receiving vaccination positively. I think what is important is for us to communicate better and afford them an opportunity to can access those centers within a reasonable time. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you very much, Patricia Baloy, for that input. Is very useful for us in this gathering tonight. you are highlighting also, I just want to also say, we need to be aware that many of us in this meeting, we have received the measles vaccine when we were young. But today, when it's this COVID-19 vaccine, there are so many conspiracy theories that need to be dispelled because it is not correct. Indeed, when people go for vaccination, it's important for all of us to report before they vaccinate you, to share what other conditions are we having. But if we are not reporting, sometimes there will be problems. We know even when the children are sent to the clinic for vaccination, all mothers, they will know this. No child will receive any vaccination if they are ill, if the temperature is high. So those who go for vaccination, they must share their current health issues so that they are attended to. So you are raising very important issues, and we also need to get rid of these conspiracy theories that are going around. And I'm saying many of us here, we received measles vaccine. Even today, we had children, we have grandchildren. So vaccine is not killing anybody. Vaccine is boosting the immune system of someone so that when the vaccine comes, it finds the enzymes ready to defend you. So thank you very much. Yes, women are the pillars of the household indeed. A house without a mom is always visible for everybody to can see. Let me now move on to our panelist number 3. Is Valentine present in the meeting?
Good afternoon.
Welcome. Yes.
Oh, okay.
You're welcome, Valentine. You will be taking us through the impact of gender-based violence that it has on women, because often it's women who are bearing the brunt. Well, there are some men also that might be exposed, but every time we see, and our president has already indicated, it's also a pandemic in our country. I heard we are high in the world in terms of gender-based violence. Welcome, Valentine, to share.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Chair. Thank you, colleagues. May I please start with introducing myself, since I had technical problems. I couldn't introduce myself earlier. My name is Valentine Mahlangu from Hammanskraal in Tshwane. I am a businesswoman, a social entrepreneur, and a community builder. Amongst all, I have passion on working with women, young and old. I'm the CEO of Agape Adventures. Okay, the subject of my topic is the impact that gender-based violence has on women. Now, this is where individuals are victims of violence. It involves men and women. Mostly it occurs in relationships, but majority of the victims are mostly women. What causes this? It's basic fundamentals like economics, our society, culture, some religious interpretations and teachings. Where economics, I'm talking about elements like poverty. They take over our society, where people believe that monna ke tlhogo, and culture where they say mosadi o sala gae. Some religious interpretations, I'm talking about some teachings where they teach that a woman must keep quiet in the church. These are some of the influences that are fueling the gender-based violence. Now we have the recent incident in Tshwane, in Hammanskraal rural area called Kanana, where a young woman stabbed her boyfriend to death after finding him with a girlfriend in his shack. The rest we know of most incidents where women have been killed by men. And this dilemma that we're facing is actually causing a big harm in terms of psychological element, basic we're talking about physical harm, economical harm, and social harm. For example, women are left traumatized and most of them commit suicide. We have women who were physically harmed, women who ended up being disabled and couldn't participate. And that actually had to lower our economical element, where women are not able to participate anymore, and this causes poverty. Social harm, where families get scattered and there's no unity anymore. Now, our government tried to intervene. They actually published the act that should regulate such. Prevention of Family Violence Act. Gender-based awareness systems were formed. Women empowerment systems. They gave responsibility to sub-department so that this can be regulated. The community and civil society can actually assist the government. The people who are in leadership have potential to make a difference. Traditional leaders, religious leaders. Some religions fuel the gender-based violence, like I said. But if our parents or us as parents can teach our children some values, fathers must teach their sons how to treat women, and mothers must teach their daughters how to handle men, then we can have a better society. I thank you. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Ms. Mahlangu, for that input. It's very true what you've been saying, especially with the cultural idiom that says a woman stay home. Maybe it was very relevant in the olden days, but for now, we are given equal opportunities. We go to school, all of us at the same time, we pass, we get same grades like anybody, like there is no marks that these are for men, these are for women. Everybody get what they have worked for if we go to school. And I think it's very important. Even now you can see we are participating in politics thanks to our government. It does not consider us to be, by the way, issue. We are here in politics. We are here to ensure that we are supporting whatever plan that are there. So if we are not there, how can things be done for us in our absence? I was sitting in my home one day, somebody knocked and said, come, let's go to a meeting. I didn't want to go. Then I went to that meeting, and later on, there was a conference in the place where I was. I was asked if I can represent my branch in the conference. At that time, I was doing my master's degree many, many years ago. Then I went to the conference. Can we all mute? Please, can we please mute our mics, and so that we do not disturb the flow here in our dialogue? Please, if you want to speak, before you speak, check if you are muted, then you can talk privately. Thank you. Yeah, I was saying I went to the conference to represent my branch. Then I went to the health commission, and I got the answers for my master's degree from that conference. That's why it's very important for us to participate in the politics of our country. Is very important. I know we come from a dark space there at the back, but I'm here today as showing you an evidence that I got answers, all the answers. I mean, it was that time when HIV was ravaging people, and when I came back to class, my lecturer, Professor Sorenso, said, what are the controversial issues concerning nevirapine in South Africa? And this answer, I got it from the conference. I went to town. I got a distinction in my master's degree. So I'm just saying it's very important for us as women not to believe certain ideologies that are referring to us as those who must stay home. Times have changed. We need to participate to improve our country as we are moving forward. Thank you very much, Ms. Mahlangu, for that input. The last person to also share with us before we go to our participants will be Helen Machaba from Hammanskraal, the protocol lady. Even protocol used to be done only by men before, previously, long time ago, because we were like put on the side. So you're welcome to share with us the role of the social relief grants on the vulnerable women. Yes, even the first speaker spoke about women who were affected during the looting. The informal business that is run by women is very key for also to improve our economy. I'm still a student at this stage. My assignment is also reflecting on these issues that we are talking about. I'm also encouraging us that let's go to school. Facilities are there. You just bring your brain and continue. So women are bearing the brunt, and informal business, which is mostly run by women who are supporting their families, is also contributing to the global economy, as well as our country is a beneficiary in terms of economy from the informal business. Let me welcome you, Miss Helen Machaba. Stage is yours.
Thanks so much, Doctor, for opportunity. Let me start by saying I am a mother and I am a woman. So my topic is very clear to say what is the role of the social relief grants on vulnerable women.
Hello,
Doctor, I'm not.
Sorry, did you must also unmute your camera, ne?
I did.
Okay, thanks.
I don't know if they can see me.
You can proceed. I'm using a cell phone. If I don't see you, it means they see it. Is fine. Proceed.
Okay, thanks, Doctor. Doctor, what I'm going to speak about is not something that I have prepared. It's something, it's reality, it's my experience since 1994. Just to answer the question, why are we here? Why now the social grants relief? If I can recall, Doctor, since 1994 in government, our government have tried so hard to empower a woman. Our government previously has brought so many skills to women. They brought things like the skills like sewing, skills like gardening, farming, and abet to read and write. But recently, as I speak now in 2021, Doctor, those things are no longer there. My question is, what happened? Because we couldn't have been here where we are today. Doctor.
Sorry, Miss Machaba, can we continuously mute ourselves, please? Let's continuously mute ourselves. Only Miss Machaba's mic should be open, please. Proceed, ma'am.
Thanks, Doctor. Hence, I was saying what the government have tried previously since 1994 have given opportunities to women. Not only women, but women were more considered. But recently, we are relying on social relief grants, which according to my understanding is not enough. It's just a supply for basics. Still is not enough. Hence, I started by saying I'm a mother. I know what other women are facing. Yes, I am the protocol officer in the office of the executive mayor, but that didn't stop me to go out there and be a community leader to experience what other women are experiencing. I can't just sit in my comfort home to say I'm working, that's enough. It's not enough until my neighbor is happy as I am. Once, just to quote on part of my job, what I'm doing, I'm working mostly with politicians. I'm almost 24 hours of my work out there, meeting community members. You know, Doctor, women are struggling. Right now, what I see in our communities, especially if there is a project, a small Nyana project that can assist the community to gain something, there are more youth than women. But my worry is women are heading the home, the families. They've got so much responsibilities in their homes. So I need to come with solution, maybe also the proposal to the government to say how to sustain women. We have tried with those skills that I just mentioned. They have failed. Maybe it's better if the government can go back and find out what really happened. Because if those projects were sustained, today we couldn't have to rely on the social grant. Women are worried. I remember when these social grants were removed from them before the president just announced to say it will just now to run until 2022 in March. They were very worried. It means they are now relying 100% on these social grants. But we need to do something to sustain them. But hence we have failed before on giving them the skills. What else can we do as government? Maybe we need to start by saying we need to go on a conference to maybe to ask them, to ask women themselves, what is it that we can do as government to sustain you? Doctor, I'm very worried. I'm very worried as a woman, as a mother, that the route that we are taking now is the sinking of the ship. We can't rely on social relief grants. We need to come up with something. Like right now, the women are the one who are queuing at the post office. They're the one who are sleeping on the pavements just to be there the early hours so that they can receive the social grants. What else can a woman do besides relying on social grants? That's the main question. And how to help them as a government. We need to find out what made them to fail before when the government was trying to give them skills on sustaining themselves. That's the first thing that we need to do. We need to go back to our communities to find out what really happened on those skills that we were giving. Right now, there is a serious challenge on applying for the social grant relief. The main challenge, firstly, is the backlogs at Home Affairs, the ID, the smart card, as we speak right now. Secondly, is our technology. Doctor, I spoke about ABET. What happened to that ABET? Educating women how to read and write. Today, we couldn't have faced this kind of challenge if women can read and write, just the skill, the basic of reading and writing. How these challenges can be addressed. We need to involve our CDWs. Our CDWs are the people who are at the ground, door to door, knowing very well which family is not doing well, which one is better accordingly. The CDW, they need now to come back to government to give a full report. What is it that the families that are really, really in need of the social grant. Right now, we are sharing this social relief grant with everybody, including men. Even though I heard one of the speakers quoting to say men are more considered than women, but government is like treating us equally. But at the end, who is responsible for our children is us as women. So we need to involve more of our CDWs to assist on giving a good feedback of who are really in need of the social relief grants. Otherwise, otherwise, doctor, we can't sustain ourselves with this. 350 is nothing. It's not. It's just the basics. Thanks, doctor.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ms. Machaba. We hear you. You are really exposing the weaknesses in the system. I think the APET is gone to Department of Higher Education, so we must motivate for APET to come back to the basic education, because apparently it was working very well when it was on the ground, on the basic education, not at national level. So we will motivate for it to come back so that it is done here. You've got very many suggestions. I hope they've been captured so that we can make follow-up, because this is also now in a way public participation. I think Mr. Nontonga can agree with me, because we are getting feedback of certain things that we can do better than currently. Yeah, so you really are exposing. 350 is very small, but if it's given to a woman, it's given to the family. I'm not going to proceed to that sentence. Thank you very much for the input, our panelists. I'm going to now open the floor for our participants in the meeting. These are the people in Tshwane. We need to give you opportunity for participation. We are still doing well in terms of time. We know about looting, the looting effects on our women, who are mostly those women are informal traders. We also had the stigma, vaccine stigma, perceptions that are out there with our people. What are we saying, especially when it comes to women? The stigma, the attitudes, and the perception. Gender-based violence, which is affecting mostly women. A woman is dying every day in our country because of gender-based violence. This is very, very bad. In the workplace, it's also happening. It's not only happening in our homes only, it's happening everywhere. In the taxi rank, wherever you go. Then the social relief grants for our vulnerable women, it is not enough. What else can we do to improve the situation for our women? I'm opening the floor. I may not be able to see the hands, but can I take hands from our participants? Then we give them opportunity to also pose questions to our panelists in the meeting. We've got good panelists here, and we also now are having contact. We've got TVET here, which I think we need to encourage our children at school that you don't need to be something in life by going to the university. You can still go to TVET and be something important. Like I'm one example. I did my diploma in general nursing. Today, I can be a professor. It's up to me. So you don't really I look, every door is open for me starting from there. And I heard that some of the TVET students are when they graduate, they even earn big money, better than some of the people who went to university. Can I open for hands? Can I just raise you? There is an icon on my cell phone that I'm using for this meeting. I see 40, I believe it's 40 participants or 40 people in the meeting. There is an icon for a hand on each one of us in the meeting. Just raise or touch that thing, it will show your hand. And then Dumisani and I think it's Tsofazo, they will assist me to take hands of those who would like to pose questions based on the topics, our 4 topics, which I have already referred to. Can I have those who would like to speak to share with our participants, in this discussion? Are there any hands?
Yes, Chair, there's a hand of Maria. I think Maria.
Yeah, I will take them down so that we can have maybe the first 5. Maria, you are number 1. Number 2, you can comment, you can pose a question, you can share with us, it's a comment. And then is there any other hand, participants? Okay, Maria, you're welcome.
Now,
yes, Maria, you are welcome. My dear, you can unmute yourself, unmute your video, unmute your mic and say something on all those 4 topics. The panelists are here to respond to the questions that are posed or any comment that is made.
Okay, thank you very much, Chair. Can you hear me?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Maria Kamata. I'm a student at Tshwane North College in Hammanskraal. I'm a gender-based violence survivor. I'm a motivational speaker. I'm a former SRC secretary. I'm an eco-warrior as well. I think I'd like to comment on the social grant relief first, and maybe pose a few questions. And I promise I'll try to be short. I was listening to Mamuma Shaba saying that back in 1994 they were sewing and doing gardening and everything for women. I think so. But my worry is that I think they should. Okay, it's something that is happening. I'm speaking from experience. Something that a lot of youth is overlooked, especially young people. They say that they love social media, they love alcohol, they're obsessed about being famous and whatever. And maybe we should also consider that as time goes by, things change. Things change. There's evolution, there's technology, there's everything. There's how we behave, how my grandmother acted. I think my mother acted differently. The needs, the wants, the desires, and also myself, they're different. And also being a young person and having a 6-year-old daughter, she's different from the things or how she acts as well. I think.
Check if you are not muted. Hello, Maria. We don't hear you anymore. Check if you are not if you are unmuted or you are muted. Maria. Ooh, Maria is muted wherever she is now. Maria. Or is she no longer in the meeting?
I think she's no longer in the chair. I think in the meantime, you can, take another hand and she will go back to her. Thanks.
Yeah. Any other hand? Participants? We are many here. Let's hear your comment, your questions. Any questions? We had only Maria. Tulahanyo, you'd like to speak, you are welcome.
Thank you, Doctor. I just wanted to check whether is it possible for participants, if they are comfortable, to use their languages, their indigenous languages. Maybe then they'll feel comfortable to give their own inputs.
Yeah, actually, 11 languages. So maybe we did a mistake. Shoot that to English. We still colonized. So, but more Mozambique, we've got 11 official languages. So every language is welcomed. They're welcome. Ukukhuluma ngesiZulu, go bolela ka Sepedi, go bua ka Setswana, le go bolela ka Sesotho, le go bolabola ngeSitsonga, no go amba ngeTshivenda. So everyone is welcome to speak their language. Where we are struggling, we will assist one another. So participants ba ska feel hore ba small he ba bolela their languages. If you nyoko botsisa ka Sepedi, I think we that is welcomed. Every language, Xhosa, Swazi, Swati, everything is welcomed here. Any hands that is gone up apart from Maria? Maria was kicked out, so I don't think we.
Oh, I'm back.
All right.
Yeah,
Tswela pele.
Okay.
Chair, before Maria continues, please take note of the comments that are made on the chat room. With your permission, Chair, after Maria, I would, me or Tshwane will read those comments because some are commenting on the chat room. Thanks, Chair.
Okay, thank you. Maria, proceed.
Oh, okay. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. Okay, but then as I say, and I agree that a lot of women rely on social grants, but there's this issue that is happening as a Tshwane North TVET College student. We can agree that it's mostly young people that are going to school. It's women, it's young women that are going to school. But there's this one faculty, Safety and Society, that, okay, women go there to school, but then now the SAPS has overlooked that faculty, because when you go to Tshwane North College and you study Safety and Society, they teach you the law, you do the drill, you do everything that SAPS has to teach you, which is theoretically so, and also you do the drill and other things. But then now SAPS will go out and look for those with matric, and they will not take student into that campus. Yet the same SAPS, they go there to teach the students drill. Why are they teaching them a drill if they are not going to give them jobs? And remember that I said it's young women mostly go to school. So this cycle will continue, because if I go to school and sorry about that. This cycle will continue if I go to school, and when I go to school, the same department I want to work for is not considering me because I'm studying in a TVET college. You understand? So if it doesn't work out for me after 5 or 10 years or 15 years, I'll end up registering myself to get a social grant relief, meaning that I'll be one of the women who are going to be sleeping next to the pavement waiting for me to receive a social grant. And this will go on and go on. Also, my daughter will do the same thing, because the same government who said, you know what, there's a Safety and Society, you can study and then you can be a policewoman, you can be in law enforcement. Because the funny thing is that most students, when most SAPS, when they take you, they have to take you into, I think you go to a college whereby they're going to start you from scratch. They're going to teach you law. They're going to teach you the drill. They're going to teach you everything. Whereby in a TVET colleges, they're already doing that. So the only thing the SAPS was going to do with the TVET students, they were going to teach them fitness, and then that's cutting from a fund of theoretically, and using that fund maybe to employ or do other programs, yes, other modules and stuff. So I'm saying that we shouldn't go far and look at elders and whatever. Yeah, they're older now, but then the cycle will continue if we do not take a step back and look, because we are continuing.
Yeah, I think she is gone, Mara. At least she made her point. How do we break the vicious cycle of poverty? in families. So ke main thing I bolelang ka yona hore roba bjang circle ya poverty mo di family, because the grant is appreciated mara I sustainable ke nyane thata. So as I was doing oversight today, I drove go along the road ya ke sa opola ke go Krugersdorp ke bone 63% of university students ko UNISA is women. Go ra gore ka nnete o bolela nnete Maria hore basadi ke ba bantši in many things. So taba e ya ke exclusion criteria e ya go SAPS, because why ba trainer people mara he le nako ya go appointa they now ba nyaka batho ba nang le matric, then what is the use? A se waste ke nana gore e question or ye neither Patricia Baloy to also assist us ka information there. Let me welcome Dumisani and Sofazo. Please balang the comments from the chat group. Panelist you then get about welcome. Any other hand then ba responded to comments according to Maria Lee. Comments from the chat group. You're welcome. Let me take a Sofazo first.
Thank you, Doctor. It's Tulahanyo.
Tulahanyo, sorry.
It's
Sorry.
fine, Doctor. Okay, the first comment came from Pindile. So she says, educate the girl child, encourage a girl child, empower us as women so that we can stand on our own and stop depending on men so that we will minimize the gender-based violence. The second comment came from Ms. Nelly Ratzila. She says, thank you, panelists, for the informative presentation. And the last comment came from Ms. Lizima Puruma. She says, Doctor, I need to add on what Ms. Machaba and Ms. Mahlangu said. Firstly, when coming to GBV, I think the government should first teach our SAPS employees how to handle issues, because when you go to the police station to open a case of violence as a woman, you are taken advantage of. Not only that, that I had 2 housebreakings and they were never attended to. So thank you, Doctor. Those are our comments from the chat room. Thank you.
Ke a leboga Thulaganyo. Akere e nngwe ya gender based violence e tlisa ke di sugar mamas akere. I mean the sugar daddies mostly. The sugar mama o kare they are providing the sugar daddies akere some of like when Maria was talking o boletse ka hore young people sometimes ba more on social media, mo di alcoholong, fame, and then ha ba sa na le interest ya di gardening, which I think ne le di skills tse di boletseng ke Miss Machaba before, and then le abete. I think many points here are also giving us a way forward regarding the discussion gore di tshwanetse di boye, because everyone o a nang le space go high, there must be a small piece ya gardening gore go be le di grunte, because ra lwala mostly because we are no longer eating correctly. I think most of comments that came, I will welcome Miss Baloy, because Maria una bolela based on yena bileng le student sa ko TVET, and Patty is from TVET as a leader in that sector. Welcome, Pat.
Thank you, Doctor. Yes, Maria is one of our students in Temba campus. And Temba campus, Doctor, if I may say, is that, you know, when the program was introduced, this is an NCV program. With NCV programs, they are more vocational than the mainstream. So the students who register for NCV program, we take from grade 9, grade 10. We don't take the grade 12. You don't need to, because you are taking the vocational stream, and the vocational stream needs to take you directly into the working environment, because we provide you with the training and we also provide you with the theory. So the positioning of Temba campus was deliberate in a sense that at Hammanskraal, it is opposite the police station, and it is also next to the training center of the police. So there we knew that the support will be received for our students and also for our personnel to ensure that the type of student that exit the TVET sector is ready to be absorbed by the subs. But unfortunately, Dr. If I may state, is that we in the TVET sector have a challenge generally with government departments. All our programs are vocational. We are training, and government departments do not understand, and they haven't given themselves an opportunity to learn how we train, why we train, and so forth, so that, you know, when our students leave, they are easily absorbed by the department itself without them struggling, you know, in training the students themselves. So if government can address this gap, yes, Dr. Zimande has involved other stakeholders to inform them on how NCV works. NCV, it's more equivalent to the metric, but our metric, it's trained matriculants. So this person can come and run your office, doctor, effectively than a student who comes from metric, because we've trained the student on how to manage, you know, your offices. So that's where the gap is, and it needs to be addressed. If it could also be taken, you know, from this portfolio to be escalated for the subs and other government departments to understand our NCV programs, which are more vocational than the mainstream, and our students are well trained. And what is amazing is that subs comes and train our students. They are on par, even above par, the students that have been released from the training center, because they know the law, they know protocol, and they can easily implement, because they've done both the theory and the practical component of it. And I do believe that if we can promote, motivate, because not every child is a university child. And at the same time, communities tend to think that when you go to a university, you are better off. TVET students are the best, you know, that this country can produce, because you would not have to train anymore. All they do is going to run and support you within your different offices without challenges. I thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. There's high rate of dropout and attrition. I used to teach at the university. There is a lot of exclusion, you know, and when they are excluded, they think they can go to other programs in the university. They still struggle when they think, if I go to that other one, it will be better than the current one. So there is high drop rate or attrition rate go to university. It's not, it doesn't, you need to pass and go and work. You don't need to pass and stay home. So this issue at TVET is us who must promote it. I think earlier on when I said, what are we doing? One of the roles that we are doing is cooperation with other government departments. I think the opportunity has arisen here. Our senior manager is with us here. I know Mr. Nondonga is here. He will assist outside this meeting as to what are the important areas that we can take forward to ensure that we raise our voice as women in the Gauteng legislature regarding the issues that are being mentioned here. Without wasting any time, is there any of the panelists who would like to respond to something that was touching her topic here? I'm welcoming you. You can raise your hand, Dumisani and Tuluhelo. They will help me to so that I know whose hand is up. Because on my side, I'm really not able to see whose hand is up. Is Thulaganyo, sorry. Is there a panelist who would like to say something? Lili Mumakwe would like to speak. You're welcome before I call the panelist.
Thank you, Chair, and good evening to the participant and to the panels. My name is Lili Mumakwe. I'm a lecturer at Tshwane North Tibet College in Temba campus. I'm teaching safety in society. Actually, I wanted to add on my colleague, on what my colleague was saying, Baloy, and also on the issue that was raised by Maria. And Thulaganyo will attest to that. We've been to legislature with the same issue. Maybe, Chair, let me give you a background on how this program was initially introduced. This program, it started as a pilot project whereby the Minister of Higher Education and the Minister of the Police, there was a memorandum of understanding to say, going forward, we are going to take students from Tibet College. I still have that memorandum with me. And even SAPS, they've got that memorandum. Even the Office of the Minister, I believe they also have the very same memorandum. There were only 7 Tibet colleges in South Africa that were selected to offer the very same program that we are offering at Temba campus. So I don't know whether I would say it's corruption or it's politics, what happened, but when we first had the first level 4, students who completed the level 4, only few of them were taken into the subsystem. But after that, we don't know what happened. And on the issue of reshuffling the ministers coming there, remember this program was introduced when the minister was Begitele. And then there was another minister after Begitele, and then Begitele came back again. But now, currently, we are frustrated, actually, as lecturers who are teaching the very same program. Students are frustrated. We've been to the office of the minister, of the police. We've been to higher education. We've been all over, actually, with the same issue. We've been to Gauteng legislature. I've registered the very same matter with Gauteng legislature. So you will attest to that. Thulaganyo will attest to that. We've been there. We had sessions together with SAPS, but nothing is happening. It's really frustrating. I don't know, Chair, if from your side, if there's anything that you can do it, we would really appreciate if you can take this matter forward. Thank you. That is my submission.
Thank you very much. I think Dumisani and Thulaganyo will assist, and also Mr. Nontonga is here. I'm deployed by the women's sector in our legislature, so we will compile a report based on the discussion and submit to the women's sector so that it is taken up in that area. Are there any other hands in the meeting? In the absence of hands, we've got 18 minutes before we close, so I want to check if there are any comments in the chat group that we can ask Dumisani to read. Going, gone. There are no participants in the chat group, and we don't. Yeah, there are no messages in the chat group, and there are no hands from some of the participants in our meeting. I just need to check if they really are enjoying the meeting. Are you happy? There are many people in the meeting. Is it fruitful for you, this discussion?
Doctor, there's a hand from Maria. Sorry to disturb you.
But Maria should not repeat the same inputs, because the same inputs we already invited Miss Patty to respond to. So I'm going to ask Maria to come. If she comes, she must bring new or different comments. Maria, you're welcome.
Yes, thank you very much. No, I'm not gonna bring up the same issue. I just wanted to talk about the vaccine, because I think there's a lot of stigma that is attached and perceptions on it, and a lot of it I think they've mentioned it. Patricia Baloy, I'm sorry for the disrespect. I don't know if I should say Miss or Doctor, but then there's an issue. As I was coming home the other day, using a text, women were discussing the vaccine issue. So the thing, my issue is that there's a lot of stigma that is attached to it, and nobody is doing anything about it. No one is coming forth from our government, from our structures, and saying, no, guys, this is not true, because there's a lot of speculation that the vaccine, it is made from aborted remainings, it makes women and men sterile, it changes your DNA, there's a whole lot of that. But then, so my issue is that there's no one coming forth to say, you know what, there's no such thing as that. And we have seen, and this is from an experience, someone close to me who has vaccinated and then passed on. Yes, I know that apparently when we have comorbidities, that happens. But then now that's a thing. This I know, but someone else doesn't know that when you have comorbidities, if you vaccinate, there is a possibility that you might pass on. Someone else doesn't know, but I know that. And then that same person goes and vaccinates, and then that person dies again. So this stigma, this perception is going to, it's growing, and we are not going to reach the target in time if there's a target for everyone else to vaccinate. Because I myself, I am afraid to vaccinate. I'm a young girl, I'm a young person, and this is popping up. We are on social media, we Google, we listen to this and that.
Yeah. Can we mute ourselves, please? Can we mute ourselves? Then we can speak privately.
Okay, thank you very much, Chair. So my worry is that is there any plans or any strategies from the stakeholders, from the government or from side of Department of Health, in making sure that, or clearing these allegations that are going around? Because one thing I know for sure, this is the reason a lot of people are not going to get vaccinated. And me as a young woman, I only have one child. I probably want to have another one and two more. But then there's a lot going around saying that this will make me to be sterile. Why would I want to vaccinate? But then no one is coming to tell me that that's a lie. Yes.
Okay. No, thank you. Every vaccine that is given to people in our country, there is a system that is checking before anything is given to us. But I hear you, we will talk to our government to ensure that there is more communication about the misconception. I think I learned that Honorable Lesego Makubela is with us, and I'm going to welcome him. He is going to be the last person to speak. Then I'll quickly go to the panelists to give us the closing remarks. Honorable Makubela, you're welcome, sir. Okay, if you can, Dumisani, can you read the message if it is still there as to what he said?
No, okay, Chair. I think he was here earlier on. He might have left during the course of the discussion. The letter, the message that we have on the chat room is from Nelly Ratzela. She's saying, yes, the meeting was fruitful and very relevant. I think this was in response to your comments earlier on. Thanks, Chair. And I see there's Mr. Nondoa who wants to speak. Thank you very much, Chair.
Thank you very much, Dumisani. Mr. Nondonga, you are welcome. He is our leader here in our legislature. Thank you. Welcome.
Good evening, Chair. Good evening to the panel members. Thank you very much for a fruitful discussion, and good evening to the colleagues. Chair, I just confirmed with the Honorable Chairperson of the GPL Men's Forum, Honorable Chair Lesego Makubela. Going to connect, and he will be ready to deliver the message of support from the GPL Men's Forum in support on what the our panelists have delivered, as well as the inputs received from the members in the meeting. Thank you very much, Chair. That's also
Okay.
Just also to add one thing, Chair. We also have our Executive Director, Mr. Makamba, Tshwane Makamba, who's connected as part of the discussions or part of the meeting. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you very much for that support. It's much appreciated. And while Honorable Makubela is still connecting, how are you, Mr. Makamba? You can say hi to the meeting. Okay, maybe because we are running out of time very fast, I'm going to, in the meantime, while Honorable Makubela is connecting, he's also a member of our legislature. He's part of us, all the issues, the main point I have raised, he's part of everything that we are doing. However, he's now leading the men's sector in our legislature. Are you in? Honorable Makubela? Okay, let me, in the meantime, welcome Dimpo Molakeng to bring your closing remarks, ma'am.
Okay, Doctor. Doctor, I would like to quote the former Miss Universe, Zosibini Tunzi, when she said that, I think it's the most important thing we should be teaching young girls today is leadership. It's something that has been lacking in young girls and women for a very long time, and not because we don't want to, but because what society has labeled women to be. I think we are the most powerful beings in the world, and we should be given every opportunity. By so saying, Doctor, women, we as women, we have been allowed to lead at the back. I think it's time as we as women to lead from the front. And I think South Africa is ready to have a female president to show that from at the highest hierarchy of executive in the country that it's possible. Like, we are not second best. We should be also be co-opted in signatory position as women. I thank you, Doctor.
Thank you very much. Straightforward and sweet in your closing remarks. Is Honorable Makubela in? Okay, can I welcome Patricia Baloy, your closing remarks, ma'am?
Thank you, Doctor. In closing, I would like to go back to our icon, Charlotte McClark, when she said that this work is not for yourselves. So whatever you do, we need to know that we need to look at the greater good of what we are doing. So with this vaccination, it is not only for yourself, but at the same time, as women, families will be protected, communities will be protected too, and at the same time, we will reduce the death rate that is being experienced, and at the same time, less people will have serious illnesses. In closing, I would say we need to look at communication, improve on our communication. Let us go more into the social media platform so that the anti-vaxxers, do not get a greater platform than the virologist, and honest reporting would receive publicity. I thank you.
Thank you very much. Also so sweet and straight to the point regarding vaccination. Leadership is emphasized by Dimpo. Is Honorable Makubela in?
Chair, sorry, Chairperson Nondonga again. He is trying to speak, but he's unable. We're unable to hear him from this side. So I've sent him another link, so that he can be able to deliver his speech. But he'll be. He's here. He's part of the meeting. He's been listening, Chair.
Okay. Let's thank you. Let's move to Miss Masangu. Valentine, your closing remarks. Okay, maybe she has a challenge.
Thank
Can
you.
we-
Thank you, Doctor. Can you hear me now?
Yes, 30 seconds, please.
Oh, okay. I just tried to take everything from all the sides, all the topics that I've been listening to, and I realized our main problem or our main dilemma here, it's definitely poverty. And we seem to be waiting on the government to give us jobs. We're waiting that after we finish or complete our studies, we should actually definitely get jobs. But my question is, looking at it at my point of view, why don't we think of opening some businesses, developing a skill? I've been doing business since I was a child. I remember when I completed my matric, my mom was very old and I thought I needed just a little money and I started business. But when I went on, I realized business without education is not, it's not convenient. And I
Yeah.
decided to go back to school. So you can go to school and come back and do business, and you'll actually get more return in most cases than you
Yeah.
actually got a job.
Thank you very much. Can I ask Ms. Machaba closing remarks? 30 seconds, please. The time is running quickly.
Thanks, Doctor. In closing, I would like to say, Mangwana otwara tipa ka mo bohaleng. Let's help each other moving forward. Together, we can. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you very much. The last 1 or 2 minutes, I'm giving these 2 minutes to Member Makubela. Welcome. I hope you are able to connect. Okay, unfortunately, we are not able to receive a message of support from Member Makubela. Mara, let me take this opportunity to thank you very, very, very much, our panelists. You were great. You have given us lines of march as the women's sector in the province. You really are empowered in your area, and you have also given us a way forward as to what should happen. We have heard you about the leadership that we are not teaching to our young girls. We need to emphasize the leadership. Vaccination, all of us, we must go and vaccinate. There is no problem with vaccine. We will improve in terms of dispelling all the myths about vaccination. It doesn't kill. It hasn't killed anybody before. It will not kill people. But people must report what are the issues in their health so that they are known, then it can be postponed. We heard that poverty is also our challenge. Business, going to school and learn about business will help. I'm not sure how many minutes I'm left with. I really don't see. Can I ask Member Makubela quickly to be the last person to speak? You're welcome, Lesego. I don't know, something is wrong with the link or with Lesego's gadget, because I can see him. He's here, but he's now muted. LM is Lesego. Can you unmute and say hi? Okay. In that case, because I think maybe the connectivity is a problem, let me take this opportunity to thank you. Let's thank the leadership of the legislature, Mr. Nontonga and Mr. Makamba, for this, for supporting this. Thank you to Misani and Tulahanyo. You've been assisting and ensuring that this is a success. Indeed, it's a success, and it will not be the last one. Panelists, you will receive call from us again to have another event. Thank you. You were very great, and I want to take this time now to say thank you, thank you, thank you. We've come to the end of our meeting. Next time we will have Honorable Makubela to be the first one to give us the message of support. We still need it, and he is owing us that one. The meeting is adjourned. It's 6 o'clock.
Thank you, Doctor.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Malibongwe.
Kamala Makoskasi.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.